Well, that escalated quickly. We went from episode 1, which was pretty bad, into episode 2, which was meandering shite, and then we have episode 3, which just goes completely off the rails. It really does. I've got the most notes I've had so far. The amount of pausing I've done, it took me about an hour and a half just to get through this episode. The amount of issues and things not making sense. And just, again, it's one of those ones where there's a certain urgency, because the previous episode we finished on Allura being kidnapped, so they're now trying to get her back. And they spend the episode pushing about a fucking wagon rather than just leave it. It's like, no, you're not going to catch up to them. Why are we pissing about with a wagon? So it's one of those ones that it's very frustrating. It's like, you need to get Allura back. Can we stop with this wagon? We keep dragging this wagon about that is just preventing us from doing what we need to do. It's just a frustrating episode that just didn't seem to end. Did not seem to end, but we're just going to get into it because I imagine we're going to be here a bit longer than the previous two. So yeah, you know, at least we're going to get a lot of fun out of this episode because how shit it is. It really was just a full-on bad episode. But yeah, we just start off with a story that's just about this. I forget his name now, Karasi or something like that. Basically, it's this thing that goes into his armor that protects him against darkness. That's all we get on it. We don't get exactly what it protected him from. It's just, oh, darkness. Well, that could be fucking anything then, couldn't it? That could be anything. Maybe be a bit more specific. But this is, so it's like Borman telling the story, because she wants to know about her dad. He's droning on about, you know, basically what they were trying to find. So, yeah, that's all it is. It's just something that plugs into your chest and it protects you from darkness, whatever that is. That, again, could be anything. So they have that, and then, Willow comes and says, "Where's Allura?" Well, you shouldn't have left her on her own when you knew people wanted her. You know, it wasn't a very smart idea. So now what we've got to have is this wagon getting... Oh, this fucking wagon. Never have I been so frustrated by a wagon that they just won't cut ties with it. So they go off looking for her again. Every episode they've had to look for her. Every single episode. It's like, is Allura really worth the trouble at this point? The amount of just walking about you have to do to find her. So then Jade catches up with the evilman guy. He's got Allura slung over his shoulder. He puts her on the horse. So that's grown now. That thing that she planted. Yeah. So Jade sees him putting her on his horse. He's like, "Don't make me do this, Jade. We don't have to fight." So yeah, then we just get a big old fight where everybody shows up, and I'm just like, yeah, the only guy that's going to take this guy is Borman. That's the only guy. I don't see anyone else defeating this guy. So yeah, we're just in a big discussion about what's going on. It's like, you're taking her against her will. No shit. So he's up for a fight. And yeah, we just... so yeah, a lot of this stuff, it's like the strength of this guy. Not him, the bad guy. He like literally smashes through a tree with his sword. Almost cuts the tree in half. So yeah, you can see it there. Smashes the fuck through it. Yet we see stuff... Like, I don't know how you even go toe-to-toe with him, really. Because there is a part where... what's her name? Where Kit falls on the ground, a sword is coming down on her, and Jade slides her sword underneath it. I'm like, yeah, you're probably not stopping that. It just demolished a tree. I don't think you've got enough strength to stop that blade coming down. So the other guy, I don't know his name yet. I don't know it yet. I'm like, what is his name? Don't know. Does it matter, really? Nah. Not really. So he goes off to untie Allura. None of those other guards do anything. So, and then, like, a load of... Yeah, like, Willow throws a smoke bomb, and then all the evil guys have disappeared. That was smart, wasn't it? So, yeah, they've all got... It's like, yeah, so that smoke bomb didn't help you in the slightest. I don't know why you done that, Willow. I don't know what it was going to accomplish, really. I don't know. So, now they're getting ready to go off and try and get Allura back. So you get they send off 3 riders on horses ahead of them while they sit in the wagon. Again, we're pulling this wagon about for whatever reason, which is, again, it's, you know, by the end of the episode, this wagon was fucking pointless. Absolutely pointless. It was just there for a joke. You know, not during the episode, but at the end of the episode, yeah, it was just for, ha ha ha, you know, this happened. That's all it was. So they're going to send off riders. Okay, that's fair enough at the moment, but then we start to get into a bit of trouble with this fucking wagon. So they're going to go off. They ride off. So then she's asking about, what is this, you know, and then this guy's like, oh, it's bad magic. It's corrosive. It will eat away at you until you're nothing. So the magic that's taken over that guy is, you know, there's no way of stopping it from what we know in this episode. It's just corrosive. It, you know, sucks you till you dry. So he's like, saying all the knowledge, and then Willow's more obsessed about his ego. He's going, I'm High Aldwin. I'm High, not you. What? Why are you worried about that at the moment? You know, if you actually have something to add it. If the other guy got something wrong, correct him. You haven't done anything. You've just said, I'm High Aldwin. Right, and you're useless so far. You've been of no use to anyone. So, should you be High Aldwin? Maybe not, but that's what he's more interested. It's no, you got to go and catch Allura. Got to go and get her back. Don't worry about your ego. Nobody's replacing you. But that's what he's more interested in. So they start going down the ways. This guy starts telling us exactly how he feels. Fucking hell, just stop it. Just stop. He's like, you know, when I'm even the slightest bit competent, I freeze up. It's like, again, you don't have to explain that shit to me. I can see. I can see. Again, it just comes across as, like, clunky. So, yeah, where do we go from here? They finally get up to this bit, and there's this big cloud. This is the crone, I guess. And Willow is like, they can't kill her. It's like, even though you said Allura must die, but apparently if they kill her, she'll turn into, like, her spirit will go on. So she's not really going to die then. So his whole vision about how Allura must die, well, not really. If she dies, her spirit still lives on, and he says she can be reborn. So this, oh no, she must die. Well, not really though. Not really at all. So, yeah, they see that, they explain all that, and then they go, we better go. Not a moment to lose. Not a moment to lose, yet we're going to take our sweet fucking time on actually doing something. We're going to piss about with this wagon the whole episode. So his acting is still off. It really is. It's just like, you don't seem worried or anything like that. You're just like, no more time to lose. Is that what he says? I'm lost now. Yeah, not a moment to lose. So they jump in a fucking wagon. They jump in a wagon. Why? Why are you doing that? So then Allura, because this, for some reason, this guard has his sword here, so Allura can just go on it and tear it apart. Right, so yeah, they ain't got the brains. They ain't got the brains then. So she throws herself off and she starts running through a wood. And then, yeah, now they're still stuck with this wagon. They're now fucking... all of them crowded around this wheel that has fallen off. And Borman's like, oh, it's broken. And then that other dwarf guy, little guy, he just says, lift up the wagon, we'll slip it on. So they stare at it for about, quite a while, when all you could have done was lift up the wagon, slip it on. It's like the wheels just come off. It's not broken. So I don't know why Borman thinks it's broken. It just came off. It just knocked itself off. It's not broken. This guy even says, oh yeah, just lift up the wagon, slip it on. Right, so you spent all that time staring at it when that is what you should have done. They take their time in putting it back on. It's like all you got to do is lift it up and slip it on. I don't see the issue. But again, you're dragging about this wagon when you're on the chase. Again, wagons move very slowly compared to horses. But they're still like, nah, we're committed to the wagon. We got to keep the wagon because it's got... Why have you brought all this shit with you on an adventure? Just have a backpack and that's all you need. You don't need a big fucking wagon. And, I mean, with the stuff that we find out that's in the wagon, I mean, this wagon should already be gone. It should already be gone, shall we say. So, yeah, he's like, I think it's broken. It's like, and again, why are you all crowding around like this, just staring at a fucking wheel? Why? As if you do, I don't know what they're looking at. What are they looking at? Again, there's nothing wrong with the wheel. The wheel just came off the wagon. But you're all staring at it. What are you staring at? So all that standing and staring at it when they could just slide it back on, right? So you've wasted time now. Again, urgency. There is a certain call for urgency when you're trying to, even Willow said this, no time to lose. And even he's like, let's take the wagon. Unbelievable. So, yeah, they're just like, what good is a sorcerer on this quest? Because, again, Willow is fucking absolutely useless. Why is he even with them? He doesn't do anything. He just watches. That's about it. So, then these two have a bit of a lover's tiff about how that Jade was actually letting Kit win. Her mother, like the Queen, asked Jade to train with Kit, and it turns out that Jade is actually betterer. She's betterer than Kit. So they have that, tiff. Yeah, that's about it. No, that's pretty much it. So they've had a bit of a falling out. Oh no, I so give a shit. So where do we go now? I think we're getting to the... So... they're all just fucking... I don't know what they're doing. So you only had to... Is it that heavy? Is the wagon that heavy? So... Right, now we're going to get to the good stuff. So she's running through a dark forest. And then she just so happens to come across... Like, what the fuck's... I don't know what's going on. But then we run into certain issues where I'm like, how the fuck... does this make any sense? It's jarring. You have a woman there in fucking denim in a medieval period. And a hat. Look at the hat she's got. Why does she have denim on? Why? I don't know where this has come from. People didn't have this in this time, so now I'm just confused. Again, it's just jarring. It's like, well, I've just been watching some medieval thing. And now we're watching... two lesbian lumberjacks. That's what they are. In denim, in a hat, and I'm like, what are we doing? What are we doing here? She just happens across these lesbian lumberjacks in denim and hats. Where did you get this material? Look, Dad, what the fuck is going on? It's like I was just watching a fantasy thing set in a medieval thing, and now we have people in denim. Right, okay, I guess that's how that works. So, yeah, fucking hell, I don't know what they think they're doing. This is just the jokey part, even though she's just been running for her life. They can't seem to, with this show, they can't seem to understand, you know, the tonal, the way they shift tones. It just all fucking collides. It's like we're either doing something serious or we're not. But she's running for her life, but now we're going to have a joke. Oh, look at these lesbian lumberjacks in denim talking absolute bollocks and coming on to Alora. Really, like, sexualizing the shit out of her. I thought we weren't allowed to do that, but, you know, okay. So, yeah, we've now got this part. You know, there's some entertaining stuff here, I guess. In a sense that, oh, it's shit. That sort of fun. So, yeah, they just start talking about, oh, sit down and tell us about your story. There's men coming after me. And then this woman's like, oh, yes, they would with your complexion, your skin. It's like, calm down. Calm down. We're getting a bit rapey. Fucking hell. So, yeah, it's just, she just says weird shit and makes weird faces and stuff. So, yeah, they're just, I don't understand why you thought this would work. Why you thought what they're dressed in works in this show. I really don't know what you're going for with this. But it's jarring as fuck. So, she's going to tell them her story. So we'll go back to the lesbian lumberjacks at some point, and we'll get some stupidity. So now they've got to sit and have an argument about what way to go. There's two ways that they can go. One way is all, you know, rocky. They can't take the fucking wagon that way. They haven't figured out yet. Maybe we should ditch the wagon. Maybe we'll leave it somewhere safe, come back to it, so we can get Alora back first. Then we'll worry about the wagon. But no, we have to take the fucking wagon for some reason. And it does nothing but hold them up. And when it holds them up, rather than, you know, getting the wagon going, they start sitting about and talking. So, yeah, Borman and Kit, they're going to go the way where there's a pub. There's a pub down the road. They're going to go that way. And then, yeah, for some reason, I think, I don't remember now, but, like, the rocky road, I'm pretty sure Willow and that take the wagon that way. So, you know, I may be wrong on that, so I can't really say much, can I? So, they have that. And, yeah, the funny thing is, one thing I did forget to mention, when they were standing on the hill looking at the big grey cloud, Willow said, like, because originally they were going to, like, someone proposed we best split up. It will be quicker that way. And Willow's like, no, the crone will want us to split up to make us weaker. Yet now, after saying all that about how, no, we can't split up because that's what the crone wants, they're now going to split up. Did they forget what Willow said? Willow must have forgot what he said as well. So you say one thing, you do another. What's going on? So now they're splitting up after saying we shouldn't split up, right? So they're gonna travel different ways. I don't know. Something happens to her. I don't know what the fuck that is, but Willow has some sort of aneurysm. Don't know what it is. So that's pretty much that. So they all split up. And now we're back to the lesbian lumberjacks, and we've got more. So, like, fuck off. That's what Alora's speaking like. Like, keep putting like. You know, it's totally like so like. Why are you talking like that? Just stop it. I can't believe people are writing that. Why are you writing it that way? So it's a medieval period. Don't make no fucking sense. So she's basically just telling the whole story of what we already know. And then they're like, you're Alora Jarnan. We will stand by your side and protect you. We will do what we can. They die about 5 minutes later. And, in very stupid ways, where it's like, you didn't have to die then, but your stupidity killed you. So, yeah, they're just like, we will do what we must to protect you and all that sort of shit. We'll ride by your side because there's armies meant to be showing up. So, yeah, they do, in fact, I don't know why you dress like this. Fucking hell. So annoying. But then, after they pledge themselves to her, this guy shows up. And then he's going to have a fight with one of the lesbian lumberjacks, but her own stupidity gets her fucking killed. So she takes an axe with her, and she puts the axe in his back. So this is when we find out, him being stabbed by something doesn't actually kill him because he's taken over by evil. So she puts that in his back, and rather than go maybe finishing off the job, she stands there, and then she looks over at her lesbian lover, I guess, and smiles at her. And then this guy spins around, stabs her in the gut. Maybe you shouldn't be taking your victory lap when... fucking hell. I don't know why you took his... He's clearly overtaken by something, and even that, it's like, no, hit him with the axe, pull it out, make sure he's dead first, and then you can go, see, killed him. But no, now she's fucking dead. She's dead because she's fucking stupid. So them two, because her name's Anne or some shit like that. So they run off. That guy's following them. They're now in a dark forest. She's absolutely shitting herself. And like this person here, she just runs off. And then what makes this such... It's just really hilarious for the fact that she runs off. She's already halfway. She's already like up here, at one point, and then Alora's like, "Please let her go." It's like, no, she's already ran off. She's gone. She's gone. After all that, we will protect you and all that stuff. She's ran off on her own and fucking left you, and you're like, don't, please let her go. Don't hurt her. She's already off. She left you. She left you. So, yeah, she didn't do what she pledged to do. Okay. But she gets killed anyway, because another guy on a horse comes by and kills her. So that guy's like, this is all your fault. Your own arrogance and defiance got them killed. Nah. They were just very, very, very stupid. That's what got them killed. Their own stupidity wasn't Alora's fault. So, yeah, that's that. They've now got her. So, they're going to take her somewhere. So, then we have this... they're talking and talking and talking. Yeah, they don't really say... It's just like the same old sort of story that he's been telling her. So now this wagon that they're still dragging about is stuck in the fucking mud. That's why you shouldn't be taking this. Again, you're taking this fucking wagon somewhere when you're on a chase. You're trying to chase after Alora to save her, and yet you've took this fucking wagon. Now it's stuck in the mud, and now they're spending time pushing it. They're pushing it, and she's like. She says, oh, you would think Willow would contribute. No, fucking don't. So, yeah, it's like, yeah, you've got this magic, yet it's not really useful, is it? It doesn't seem to be useful magic. So, rather than keep pushing, they take a break. They take a breather, you see, and start talking, even though they're in a fucking rush. Urgency. Just get a fucking move on. Get rid of ditch the wagon. Go, here, Willow, fancy jumping on the back of the horse. Maybe we'll get there a bit quicker. But now they push, it's stuck again. Now they're going to talk some shite about their feelings and stuff. And then we've got Willow and that up here. So he's pulling this, and then this guy comes running up saying, Where is it? Yeah, it's saying, stop! The harness! It's going to break! It's very old! Then tie it to something else! Tie it to something else! Why the fuck are you tying it to the oldest part of the wagon? The harness, that's where you're... Why are you pulling it from here? Why are you pulling it from the harness? And it's old, and then he comes running up saying, stop, it's going to break. It's like, tie it to something else. But now you're like, oh, it's going to break. It's going to break. I knew it was old. I say it's old. Fuck me. Just tie it to something else. Tie it to something stronger. Why didn't you do that in the first place? Fucking hell. But now what they're going to do, Willow's going to go over and sit on his fucking ass, and then that guy's going to follow him. Now they're sitting about and talking shite. Apparently, Willow only has a limited amount of magic, so that is why he can't use it. So it's just going to be, you know, conveniently he'll use magic. I don't know why there's a limit on magic. I don't know why that's the case. But whatever, I guess. But then he has a vision. Then he just conveniently has a vision about where they're taking Alora Darnan, which is this place here. Right, so you've had that would have helped many a times when she disappeared. But now you've just conveniently had a vision, and now you know where to go. Doesn't really make any difference because you're pulling about a fucking wagon. You're not gonna get there. So they know where they're going now. Great. So they've now reached the town, which is all destroyed, and then it turns out he's been telling some lies. He says like 3/4 of what he said was a lie or something like that. But they're trying to find this cuirass or whatever, that thing I mentioned at the start where you plug it into yourself and it protects you against darkness. Very vague, very vague. So that's what he's going to find. So they go down in this dark little pit. There's snakes and stuff in there. And then, so he jumps down here because that's where the thing is. He goes looking for that. He says, watch out for the were-rats. So we get some of them later on. So they've now turned up at these steps that they need to go up. No, they're looking like fucking shit now, aren't they? I don't know what are they looking at there? Nothing. So they're actually in this. So they're in this town then. So they went the right. No, I don't know actually. Right. So yeah, this is when Alora's like, I changed my mind. I don't want to go with you. And then she starts going, I am the greatest wizard of all time. And then she starts pretending to do spells to scare them. It doesn't work though. And then for some reason she touches this guy, and I don't know why it burns him. I don't know why. And then she starts doing the spells. It doesn't work. Alright, where are we now? Oh yeah, so then it just so happens. Let me find. So yeah, it just so happens that they've shown up now. They were dragging a wagon. They were very far away, yet they're here conveniently, just in the nick of time. When the enemy were further ahead than you, and you were pulling a wagon. Right, so now we have a wagon that goes 70 miles an hour, I guess. So now they're going to have a big scrap. So they have their fight. Then she sees the were-rat things. So he's found this, yet he tells her that, oh no, it's not here. So I don't really know what he's lying for. So then she sees these things, if we can see them. Yeah, like these little creatures. Yeah, these are the were-rats. So she's like, you need to get up here. They're here. So like thousands and thousands of them show up. So we're getting our fight here. Yeah. So yeah, and then he's up. So yeah, it's just fighting going on, sort of that sort of stuff. I don't know what more can I say here. So then Willow's like, we need to stop them fighting. They need to stop fighting. We need to get back into the. We need to get back to the wagon. We need to get back in the wagon. So yeah, I don't know if I've missed it, but then yeah, Kit and that show up conveniently as well. I don't know how that happened. They couldn't be asked just to have it make sense. So yeah, Willow's like, we need to get back in the wagon. I packed explosive wax in there. He calls it something else, but that's essentially what it is. And then after the whole episode of dragging this wagon about, I think I might have missed it. Where is it? Yeah, it explodes. So yeah, that's gone. That's gone. After the whole episode of dragging this thing about, it's now just exploded. Because Willow thought, I know what I'll do. We're going to be taking this wagon about. It's going to be rocking about, banging about. It's going to have wheels falling off. I'll put explosives in there. So that's what they've been riding about on the entire time. So, yeah, Willow in episode 3 is still absolutely useless. What? Pointless. Pointless. Why bring the wagon? You spent all that time trying to fix the wagon. Then you conveniently get to where you need to be straight away, and then it explodes. All right. So yeah, then we have a little joke. Like after Willow says we need to stop them fighting. It's like, nah, maybe let them keep fighting. Oh fucking hell! I don't know why they're fighting anyway, because they can't kill these guys. They're not immortal, but we've seen the guy get hit in the back with an axe and lived, so he's fine. He's still taken over by stuff. So this little guy, again, it just seems to be like the sort of at least half decent characters that get killed off. This guy now gets killed off. We're fucking losing people now, aren't we? So whereabouts? I don't. Oh, it's all freezing up for me now. So yeah, then Willow. Then he finally. Why is this not fucking working? Yeah, after seeing his friend die, he now brings out the big guns. Where he slams this down and it blows the enemies back. So he could do that the entire time, yet he just stood there. He stood there. You could have actually saved your friend if you had just done that instantly. But apparently we've made it so you only have a limited supply of magic. So what we're just going to have throughout the rest of the season is, I'm just going to use my magic when us writers can't think of anything else to solve the problem with. So he could have done that the entire time. He would have saved his friend, but now his friend's dead. His friend's dead. Great. They killed off another half decent character. So I imagine with this show, any characters you sort of you're okay with, they're probably going to kill those ones off. And we'll be left with the narcissist. So then Jade goes up to her surrogate father, I guess. And he's like, now he's like back to normal, but he's not back to normal. This evil spell is still like taking a hold of him. He's like, kill me. It's like, well, we already know that they can't kill you. Because you got hit in the back with an axe earlier, where a normal man would have died. You didn't die, so why is her putting a sword through you gonna kill you? It's not. You're still, because he still like set me free from this, from this spell. So I don't know why that's gonna kill him, but it does. Whatever the fuck, she cries. So that's pretty much that. So now they got to do a bit of walking. Borman's like, can you fly us out of here? But no, you can't do that. No, it's fucking shit. So what else have I got? So, yeah, they decide to go towards the danger. Right, okay. So, yeah, they start walking and stuff. They're like, right, let's get going. We're nearly at the end. Nearly at the bloody end. So they're walking across here, and they're like, where even are we? We don't even know where we are. And then Willow's like, I know where we are. And it's that castle. So, yeah, it also turns out that he's infected now. So we'll see what they do with that in episode 4. Because as this guy himself said, it is bad magic, meaning corrosive. It will just eat you till there's nothing left. So this guy, I expect, should be dead by episode 4, by the end of episode 4. If he isn't, we have a lot of problems. We have a lot of problems. So Willow's like, I know where we are. He walks towards the ledge, and it's this castle. It's like, yeah, you could have seen that from around there. You were walking around this way. It's like, yeah, you would have already seen that. So I don't know who, but this is what he's seen in his vision about where Allura was going. So that's what we've got to. It's called Nockmaar. So that's what the place is called. So I guess they're going there in episode 4. But yeah, I'm pretty sure the the episode title of episode 4 is Nockmaar. So yeah, they must be. But yeah, I expect to see that guy who's now been infected die at the end of episode 4. We'll see what happens. But my guess is there's some magical bullshit that they now just think of that could have saved the other guys that were taken over by it. We'll see what happens. We shall see what happens. We'll see if they stick to, it just eats you alive. They mention nothing about it being able to save you. We'll see what they do, but I'm surprised we got through this episode pretty quickly. But yeah, what more could I say? It was just, it went from being a bad show to being fucking incredibly pathetic. Just, they haven't really thought it through. Again, the same as usual. No thinking it through. We just go, just do that. Just do that, that will do. We spent an episode dragging about this fucking wagon when we needed some urgency, and then we just blew it up anyway. So, right, you could have ditched that wagon many times, a long time ago. You didn't need the wagon. You didn't need the wagon. But they decided to drag a wagon about the entire episode when they're trying to catch up with someone. Just another daft show, but I think we'll just finish there. I haven't really got any other finishing thoughts. I've got episode 4 to watch next. So I'm basically doing 2 reviews a day at the moment, at least until tomorrow. So I've got to get for episode 4, and then I'm caught up. I'm caught up to speed. I'm pretty much just putting out, these Willow reviews once a day, other than Wednesday, because I put National Treasure out, episode 3 out that day. So yeah, I reckon I'm putting out episode 2 the day, episode 3 on Thursday, episode 4 on Friday. So yeah, by Saturday we'll be all caught up with Willow. That will all be out, and then we'll be back to just one episode a week. There's only 8 episodes, so there's not very long to go. Only 3 episodes to go once I've fully caught up on this shite. But I will finish there. Again, I'm surprised I'm blowing through this anyway. But I will see you on the next one.